fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome, MTA fans, back to the arena. Thursday Night Thunder gets underway with week 3 of the June season, and we've got 16 of the baddest monster trucks ready to throw it down on the arena floor. And we got none other than Shane Action Jackson returning in the Nightmare GMC, John 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐿 in the Bulldozer, then Nathan Smith returns in the Dodge Raminator, Monster Mutt driven by Spanky. Then on the other side, it's Virginia Giant, Brian Blake returns, and then Sawyer Ramsdale in Blue Thunder, Roger Moore in Overkill Evolution, Jason Wilkin Little Tiger, Cam Blake returns in Iron Warrior. Then it's the return of Jeffrey Skipper, Monster Energy, Matthew Riley comes back in Captain's Curse, Javon Woodrow ready to throw down in Velociraptor. Then it's the return of Louis Giovannis in Inferno, and then Jimmy Bones Ferguson in the Chevy Avenger, not to mention Josh Brown in Quad Chaos, and last but certainly not least, the reigning and defending Thunder champion, Gene Patterson coming back in Snakebite, trying to hang on to that championship flag here tonight, again in week 3 on Thunder. And now here's how round 1 action is going to be shaken down. It's the return of Iron Warrior getting ready to take on Little Tiger. Then Captain's Curse comes back to take on Overkill Evolution. Quad Chaos is going to go one-on-one with Nightmare. Then we're going to see Velociraptor take on Blue Thunder. Other side of the bracket, the Virginia Giant setting ready to take on Raminator. Monster Mutt's going one-on-one with Inferno. Then Monster Energy takes on the Bulldozer Machine. Not to mention it's the return of Avenger going one-on-one with defending champion Snakebite. And that's how round 1 action is going to unfold here tonight on Thunder. And as we get round 1 underway, coming to the line first is Cam Blank out of Hagerstown, Maryland, the Ford Camp Iron Warrior ready to rock the house against the Crazy Cat. Jason Wook back tonight in Little Tiger, the Ford, based out of Big Lake, Minnesota, looking for his Thunder championship that he hasn't had in a long time. He knows he's got to go through one of the best in the business. Cam Blake's got a powerful piece of equipment underneath of him. Both trucks are staged. 2 Fords going to kick us off. The green light goes down. Iron Warrior with a whole shot on him up and over no man's land. Now it's a shootout. What a race it is, and over goes Iron Warrior down inside of the shutdown area. What a matchup that was as they came across the finish line. And if you notice, the finish line has been moved back towards the center of the track. So these guys are going to be passing in midair. And as you can see, Iron Warrior just edged out Little Tiger there inside of round 1. But up next, Matthew Riley coming to the line in the Captain's Curse, the beautiful 41 Willies, ready now to take on Roger Moore in the brand new Overkill Evolution, another truck based out of Hagerstown, Maryland. It's a brand new piece of equipment over there. So is the Captain's Curse on the inside. A lot of new trucks making their debut for this June season. Who's going to round 2? Green light goes down and up the line. The Captain's Curse got a slight lead, but Evo's coming back from now. What a matchup that was. They shut it down before getting into the wall down there inside of the shutdown area. Going back to our MTA photo finish. Your winner, Roger Moore in Overkill Evolution here tonight inside of round 1. He'll put Captain's Curse on the trailer. Next up, coming to the line, Shane Action Jackson returns to the Nightmare GMC, ready now to take on Josh Brown and Quad Chaos. If you remember last week, Quad Chaos broke off the right front tire. Well, it turns out that they messed up the rim on that truck, so they're borrowing a rim from another team. You can see the yellow on the front of that truck. Hoping to do good out here tonight. He's got to put Shane Jackson and Nightmare on the trailer. Green light goes down on the line. The Chaos Machine's got the lead. Nightmare right there with him though. But Shane Jackson in trouble. What a ride in the shutdown area. He tried to shut it down. Had no choice but to stick the brake pedal right there, going up and over that final dirt mobile inside of the shutdown area. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Quad Chaos has a lead on him down the straightaway. Hits the first jump. Here comes Shane Jackson down the outside right there, and it's still going to be Quad Chaos getting the win here tonight in round 1. But check out Nightmare on the outside, up on the nose, had nowhere to go but end over end. What an incredible ride that was. And the Quad Chaos Machine, Josh Brown, will move on in a round 2 competition here tonight. But coming up next, the man who's taken Thursday Night Thunder by storm in 2025, Javon Woodrow, the captain of the Backyard Beast race team, is now going to take on one of his own, Sawyer Ramsdale, the S-Kicker. Blue Thunder coming to the line on the inside lane, ready to throw down your Monster Mania 6 Night 2 champion. And then we got Javon Woodrow, who's been a 5-time Thunder champion just this year. Here's the green light, down the straightaway they go. Blue Thunder with a slight lead. Velociraptor now closing the gap on him, and he gets the job done here tonight. He'll put Blue Thunder on the trailer, but Sawyer Ramsdale was hanging right there with him, but the boss man will take home the win this time as Blue Thunder goes home on the trailer. And next up here tonight in round one out of Winchester, Virginia, it's the Virginia Giant returning the forward camp. Brian Blank behind the wheel, looking for his very first Thunder win. But let's talk about this guy. He's been around the game for a long time on MTA. Made his debut October of 21. He's in the Dodge Raminator over here on the inside lane from the Crush This Race team. It's going to be a Dodge forward shootout here tonight inside of round one. Both of them trying to make it to round two. Here's the green light down the straightaway. The Dodge camp's got to leave. Here comes the Ford on the outside. What a matchup it is. A little bit of contact made down inside of the shutdown area. Not sure who got the round one racing win. Was it the Dodge or was it the Ford? We're going to go back and take a look at our MTA photo finish. And your winner is going to be the Ford Camp Virginia Giant. Puts the Dodge Ram on the trailer here tonight early in round one. Next up coming to the line, Spanky returns from the Uncle Shaggy School of Driving in the Monster Mutt, ready to rock the house against 𝐿oui_𝐿 in the Inferno Chevy Astro van, which is now staged over here on the inside lane. And 𝐿oui_𝐿 is making a big name for himself. He's been a long-time veteran out here on the track trying to get a big-time win. Inferno's been running good. Spanky's going to try to upset that here tonight. Here's the green light. Off the line they go. They're side by side. Let's shoot out to the finish line. Inferno in trouble now on two wheels. He brings it back down as they get him shut down. What a matchup that was. But it's going to be 𝐿oui_𝐿 and Inferno edging out the Monster Mutt here tonight inside of round one. And next up coming to the line, it's Big Bad 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 in the Bulldozer returning to take on the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper. Monster Energy, 7-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. He acquired a lot of those in the old U.S. Air Force afterburner. He has definitely had some luck in that Monster Energy machine. He's made it to several final rounds. He's just trying to get the big-time win. He's got to go through Bulldozer, your 24 Outlaws Lock and Load champion. Green light goes down. The Dozer's got the whole shot. Up and over the first jump in. Bulldozer, John 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 will pull out a win here tonight over the Iceman, and it was one and done from the start. Bulldozer didn't cut him any slack. Monster Energy on the trailer here tonight. And now we get set to close out round one competition, and coming to the line is Jimmy Bones Ferguson, the former one-time Thunder champion, the Chevy S10 out of Columbus, Michigan, ready now to take on the reigning and defending Thursday Night Thunder champion. It's Mr. Colt Cobra himself, hailing out of Cobra Creek, Colorado. Gene Patterson over there in the BDS Supercharged Ford Brass Eagle Snakebite on the outside lane, trying to hang on to that championship flag. Ford versus Chevrolet. The green light goes down and off the line. Snakebite's got a lead on him. Avenger trying to play catch up on him now. Over goes Patterson on the outside lane, crossed up on the landing ramp inside of the shutdown area. Looked like he went for a little wild freestyle down there as Snakebite is upside down here tonight, but the champion looks like he hangs on to the flag. Off the line they go. The Ford now on the outside lane, pulling the lead on the Chevrolet coming down the straightaway. Ferguson trying to play catch up on him now. They settle it down, and Patterson right here crosses up, goes for a wild ride inside of the shutdown area. We'll have an update in the pits later on the night from the Crush This Race team and the Snakebite camp. So ladies and gentlemen, Snakebite still holds on to that championship flag. Is he going to be able to make it through the rest of the night? We're going to find out next, because round two action is next. And right now we're heading down to the pit area where we've got Gene Patterson and Snakebite after that round one rollover. They broke a tie rod in the front of that truck. The crew's down there thrashing. They should have him back and ready for action. On the other side of the shop, Cam Blanken, race one of round one. He went end over end in the shutdown area. Iron Warrior and team are down there thrashing. They should have their piece back and ready for a round two competition. So a lot of great thrashing going on down there in the pit area, and round two action getting ready to unfold. Those guys have limited time. And up first, we're going to see Iron Warrior coming back to take on Overkill Evolution. Then Quad Chaos makes a return to take on Velociraptor. Looking at the other side, Virginia Giant one-on-one with Inferno. Then the Bulldozer coming back to take on your reigning champion in Snakebite. And those guys are down there still thrashing. They're in the last seed of the bracket. So up first at the line, Roger Moore coming back, longtime MTA veteran, been with us since day one. That brand new Overkill Evolution seemed to be working well for him. Other side of the coin is Cam Blank returning in the Iron Warrior Ford. Both trucks based out of Hagerstown, Maryland. Two Ford Ovals going to battle it out of the Vidor stable here on Thursday Night Thunder. Who's going to take it into semifinals? Evo, Iron Warrior. Green light goes down on the line. Warrior's got a lead on him, but Evo ain't going away easy. And it's all Cam Blank, and over he goes. once again in the same fashion that he did inside of round one. Got over top of that last dirt mobile, goes end over end. Let's go back and take another look at Cam Blank and Iron Warrior. He got the whole shot down the straightaway. Roger Moore and Evo trying to play catch up on him now. They settle it down right here. Iron Warrior is your winner, and watch Cam Blank on the inside, tries to gather it up, goes over the bottom end of that ramp on its nose. He has no choice but to stick the brake pedal right there because of how close he is to the wall protection. But what a ride for Cam Blank and Iron Warrior. And coming back to the line right now, Josh Brown in the Quad Chaos Machine back in action to take on Javon Woodrow, now a 5-time Thursday Night Thunder champion back here in Velociraptor. He got all 5 of those wins just this year. He's been reigning supreme. The Backyard Beast race team's been looking good, but Quad Chaos wants a big time win. Here's the green light down the straightaway, and Velociraptor with a slight lead. Oh my word, what a power wheelie! Over he goes, and there goes Quad Chaos. What a matchup here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder. Did you see the wheel stand that Velociraptor did on the inside lane? As we go back and look at your MTA replay, watch your inside lane. Shades of Andy Brass in Lama, Ohio in 1993. Watch Velociraptor plants the horsepower, rides the wheel stand. Unbelievable matchup. Over he goes inside of the shutdown area. Quad Chaos was trying his best to play catch up on him, sticks it on the nose, and then right here, he just falls on over inside of the shutdown area. What an incredible matchup here tonight. It's not often both trucks go over, but in incredible fashion. And these boys are out here racing hard, and Velociraptor will move on. But next up here tonight, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 returns an Inferno to take on Brian Blank out of Winchester, Virginia. Inside of Virginia Giant, that truck's got a brand new chassis underneath of it. It was redone just for this season. Then 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 and Inferno on the outside, the Chevy Astro van. He's been looking strong all season. Here's the green light Ford and Chevrolet. The Ford's got to leave, but the Chevrolet's not going away. And Virginia Giant pulls it out, and over goes 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 down inside of the shutdown area. He saved it good earlier tonight in round one. This time it bit him on the opposite lane. Over he goes, Inferno on the trailer for the rest of the night. And next up here in round one is the return of Big Bad Gian. 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐧'𝐭 and the Bulldozer coming one-on-one with Mean Gene Patterson at a Cobra Creek, Colorado. You know him as Colt Cobra in the snake bite, ready to rock the house. Your current reigning and defending Thursday Night Thunder champion. It's the snake taking on the bull. 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐧'K can make a big upset and dethrone the champion here tonight, but Patterson's looking strong in the forward on the outside lane. Stage, here's the green light down the straightaway they go. Patterson got a home shot on him, open over the cars now. It's all snake bite, over goes Bulldozer. What a ride for 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐧'K there on the outside. He didn't clear the gap down there in the shutdown area. But how about Patterson and snakebite looking like a rocket ship down a bowling alley? He's got that truck on the beat and arrow path. Watch your inside lane. Patterson got a hole shot. Snakebite's been running strong from the crust of this race team up and over no man's land. Watch the outside lane now as Bulldozer gets crossed up. Bammo right there in the shutdown area, and over he goes, and Snakebite with a big time leap down there in the shutdown area as well. And Mean Gene Patterson moving on in the semifinal competition here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder. So the champion's still hanging on to that championship flag. Will it remain that way? Is he going to take it to the finals? Who's to know? Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We got more great action coming up next when semifinals return. If you can't get enough die-cast monster truck racing action right here on MTA, be sure to check out our friends over at the Midwest Madness YouTube channel. Get ready to romp and stomp all over the track, tear up the trucks, and watch the carnage unfold. They host some of the best side-by-side die-cast monster truck racing you will ever see. Also, check out all of our social medias. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook, as well as the Midwest Madness YouTube channel. Some great racing action you don't want to miss. Be sure to go over there and check them out. Like their videos and subscribe to the Midwest Madness YouTube channel. Welcome back to Thursday Night Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Week 3 of the June season. We're ready for semifinal competition as Iron Warrior goes one-on-one with Velociraptor. Then the Virginia Giant returns to take on the reigning champion, Gene Patterson and Snakebite. Now coming to the line first, we saw him roll the truck over twice tonight, is Cam Blank returning in the Iron Warrior Ford. Based out of Hagerstown, Maryland over here, now stays on the inside lane. He's got a hard task because now Javon Woodrow and Velociraptor is looking for his 6th Thursday Night Thunder Championship. He's now staged up and ready to go on the outside lane, representing the Backyard Beast race team. Both drivers want to get into the final round showdown. Who's going to be the driver to do it? Velociraptor, Iron Warrior. Here's the green light. Down the straightaway they go. They're pretty much even down the straightaway. Up and over the cars now, and Iron Warrior pulls it out. Over goes Velociraptor inside of the shutdown area. Looks like Velociraptor came up just short going across the finish line. We're going to go back and check out our MTA replay here and watch what happens to Velociraptor towards the shutdown area. But right here off the get-go, Iron Warrior may have a slight lead on Velociraptor. But as they hit the first jump, watch Velociraptor start to close the gap on him. But Iron Warrior is your winner. And then Javon Woodrow right here gets crossed up on that fan stag inside of the shutdown area. Over he goes and on the trailer. So Iron Warrior is in the finals. Who will he meet there? Will it be Brian Blank, the Virginia Giant forward out of Winchester, Virginia, or your reigning defending Thursday Night Thunder champion, Gene Patterson in Snakebite with the Ford BDS Supercharged Brass Eagle over there on the inside lane, ready to rock the house one more time and hang on to that championship flag. Virginia Giant, Snakebite, it's a battle of Fords. Here's the green light, down the straightaway they go. They're dead even down to the first jump over the cars now. What a race it is, making a little bit of contact down there inside of the shutdown area. And you know what they say, rubbing is racing. You got to give it up for Brian Blank and Virginia Giant for hanging right there with the champion with that revamped machine he's got on the inside. Virginia Giant looking strong. Down the straightaway they go in our replay. They're pretty much even. Up and over the first jump, they settle it down, shoot out to the finish line, and Snakebite will pull it out by a tire length. Again, Virginia Giant was hanging right there with the champion all the way down to the wire, and again making some contact down inside of the shutdown area, just bumping some tires. No big deal. And that will set up our final round showdown here tonight in week 3 of the June season. Snakebite back in the finals, this time defending the championship flag against Iron Warrior. Don't go anywhere. The finals are next.
It's bigger. It's louder. It's better than ever. This still isn't your typical motorsports podcast. This is the 10th anniversary of Crush This, a monster truck podcast brought to you by J Concepts. For 10 years, your hosts, the monster truck conductor Brad Shaw and Dan 𝐶𝐶 have brought you into the minds and personalities of the monster truck industry. Strap in and hold on tight. This is Crush This.
Welcome back to the MTA YouTube channel, everybody. If you have not already, be sure to head over to monstertruckattitude.myspreadshop.com and pick up all the latest and greatest MTA merchandise. If you're a fan of what we do right here on the MTA YouTube channel, again, it's monstertruckattitude.myspreadshop.com for all your MTA gear. Welcome back to Thursday Night Thunder. Thank you guys so much for riding with us. The weekend's almost here, and now it's time for the final round showdown, and it's going to be Iron Warrior going one-on-one with Snakebite. And let's talk about Cam Blank a little bit. He's been out here a couple of years, already gathered up a Smashdown win a couple of years ago. He's back in Iron Warrior looking to get a second Thunder Championship, but this time he takes on a long-time MTA veteran, the old pro, Gene Patterson in Snakebite. He's got that big sponsor behind him, team with Crush This, the Ford BDS Supercharged Brass Eagle Snakebite, ready to go on the outside. Iron Warrior got his hands full in this one, but I think he has what it takes to pull it out. 2-4 doubles gonna throw it down. Snakebite, Iron Warrior, it's showtime here tonight on Thunder. Down the straightaway they go. Patterson got the jump. The Warriors right there with him. What a matchup it is as they take it down to the wall. A great race for the final round showdown here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder. Still don't know who got the win. Snakebite did get him off the hole shot. Coming down to the replay now, you see Snakebite's got a lead on him, but Iron Warrior made up the ground fast. Hitting the first jump right here. They settle it down, shoot out to the finish line, and Cam Blank will make history and put Snakebite on the trailer. Iron Warrior will take the win here tonight in week 3 of the June season. What an incredible job by all the drivers here tonight. But in a great final round here in week 3 of the June season. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your new Thursday Night Thunder champion, Cam Blank and Iron Warrior. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for riding with us here tonight, week 3 of the June season. You couldn't ask for any closer racing than what we got tonight. All the drivers risking it all, trying to take home a championship win. Thank you guys for all the support you show this MTA YouTube channel. Be sure to leave a comment down below and tell us what you thought about tonight's show. And as always, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road.